This short video is going to show you how to log in and start a test session for either the interim assessment tests or the end of the year Smarter Balanced Assessment. So I've logged into CASP.org, CAASPP.org, or I could log into California TAC, CaliforniaTAC.org. It will take me to the same web page, and I'm going to click on Test Administrator Interface. When I do that, it's going to ask me to enter my login information into the TOMS system. So I'm going to put my TOMS credentials in here and hit login. Now, when I do that, if your web browser is the same as mine, I'm very quickly going to see a warning here that says that I have a pop-up blocker turned on. So I do need to take care of that. So up here in the Chrome browser, I'm going to click on pop-ups and allow the pop-up for this session. And I'm going to reload the web page. So now I'll be ready to go. So over here we have filter by, and this is where I can pick the test that I want to start. Right now we only see 3 tests listed here. We see the Smarter Fixed Interim, the Smarter Fixed Interim Performance Tasks, and the Smarter IAB, or Interim Assessment Blocks. Eventually, the end of the year Smarter Balanced tests will be listed here also. So I do need to be careful on which test I want to start. I'm interested in the interim test, so I need to make sure that I pick the interim assessment. And here's where you'll see all the tests that are available, grades 3 through 8 and high school or grade 11. So I'm going to go ahead and click on one of those. I could click on more than one if I wanted to start more than one test. Click Start Session, and over here you're going to see the session ID. This is what the student is going to enter onto their secure web browser to begin the test. So they would enter CA 3414 and 2 in my case, and they would go ahead and sign in. And once they sign in and pick their test, the ones that I've allowed, very shortly over here where it currently says no students awaiting approval, I will begin to see students pop up here. So however many students that I gave the session ID to and have started it on their computers, their names will be listed here. So I'm going to go ahead and say approve. And now there's a few things I can see here. I can see any test settings that the student has available to them. So any of the accommodations or designated supports that the student has, they would be listed here. Now for the interim tests, I can go ahead and change these. For the end of the year tests, I won't be able to. Those have to be preloaded. So here's where I would hit the approve button and go ahead and start that. And when I do that on the student's computer, they'll see another screen that pops up that says, is this your test? The student would say yes, and they would actually begin the test. And as those students start to and begin their tests, they will be listed here on my test administration web page. So very quickly I'll see the first student pop up here. Here's where I can click if I want to see test settings. If we need to pause the student for some reason, I could go ahead and pause them, but this is pretty much the students are started at this point. They would now be taking the test on their computers, and I can monitor their settings right here. So at this point we're pretty much ready to go. There's not much else to do. If I want to stop the test session, I can click up here, Stop Test Session. This will bring up a warning that tells me that it's going to stop the session for all students who are currently tested. They will be logged out. If they want to come back in and take the test later, I could do the same thing. Create another session ID. The students would come in pretty much where they left off and continue on. So that pretty much takes us through starting a test session, ending a quick test session.